Hello friends, this is Durga from ITversity. As part of this video, I will demonstrate how to create a scheduled event using live streaming. Earlier, it used to be very easy when it comes to YouTube to create a scheduled event. However, lately they have discontinued something called as Hangouts on Air. As they have discontinued that, the impact is there is no default encoder which can be used for scheduled live events with YouTube directly. We have to use a third-party encoder, and it is a bit complicated. It took me some time to actually figure out how to live stream using scheduled events. So the way you need to start is you have to go to the YouTube Creator Studio. For example, you can go to your channel. In my case, the channel name is ITversity in. So this is my channel name. By default, it will take anyone to the landing page of the channel, and this is the landing page of the channel. You can actually click on this YouTube Studio to actually get into the studio page or admin page for your channel. Or you can also click on this, and you should be able to click on this YouTube Studio Beta to actually go to the admin page of your channel, which is this one. It is still in beta. If you want to go back to the classic version, you can actually click on this, but I will be demonstrating using the YouTube Studio itself. Now you have to scroll down, go to other features, and you can actually see the live events option here. You have to click on this. Once you click on this, you should be able to create a live event by clicking on new live event here. So it will take you to this page. Earlier, we are able to use this quick option where Hangouts on Air can be used to actually screencast your desktop, and you can actually present something on your desktop. Now it is discontinued. Either you have to go with Webcam or you have to go with custom encoders. With Webcam, it works only on Chrome, and that too you will be able to only do the live events. And also you will be only able to stream from your webcam. You will not be able to screencast and all those things using this webcam option. For that reason, you have to use custom, and you have to create an event using custom so that you can actually live stream. So how to use this custom and how to live stream that too in a scheduled way. For example, let's say I want to schedule at 10:05 p.m. So I have to change this time. I can actually type here. So I am trying to schedule an event for 10:05. And let me name it as testing. So the event name is testing or demonstrating scheduled live stream. So this is one way to actually start. There are other ways also. You can actually go to something called as the third-party softwares which comes with encoders, and you can start from there also. So once the event is created, it will take you to the settings page where you have to configure the encoder, or you will get the instructions to configure the encoder. You can see here it is saying reusable stream key, and you have to create a stream or use the existing stream, and you can take it further. This is one way to take care of it. For example, if you say create new stream, let me remove this and let me use let me start with create new stream. Let me say demo, and then let us see the options here. You can leave the default one for now. Click on save changes, and then you have encoder options here. Either you can use Wirecast for encoder or Flash Media Live encoder, or there are other encoders also which can be configured. You can actually go to this link which will take you to this Wirecast download page, and you can actually download. Otherwise, you can go to Wirecast, directly download, and then you can use it. You don't need to create the stream the way I have created earlier. So here I have chosen this reusable stream key, then said create new stream, and have created this demo. It is not required. Okay, we can actually change or ignore that, and we can go to the download page of the Wirecast, and we can take it further. As it is showing the Wirecast download here, Wirecast is not a free software, it is paid. If you want to get other encoders, you can actually look into the list of encoders. There is something called as Open Studio or something which is free, but it is a bit complicated. For now, I will just demonstrate how to live stream using Wirecast trial version. So the way you can deal with it is by clicking on the Mac here. It will take you to the telestream.net page where you have the Wirecast software. You can download the 30-day free trial here. I think I have already downloaded. Let me go to downloads and see if it is there. Let me sort by date. It seems to be not downloaded. So let me close this and let me click on this 30-day free trial and let me download it. So now it is being downloaded. It will take some time to download. Once it is done, I will actually install and then I will demonstrate how to use Wirecast to actually configure the live stream which is created here. Okay, as of now, the event is created at 10:05 p.m. However, I haven't configured encoder yet, and hence I will not be able to start the event. So typically, we have to go to the live control room to actually start the event. If you go there, it will throw some errors here. You can see we are not receiving data from your encoder. Please make sure it is configured correctly in the ingestion settings page. So let us wait for the download to be completed, and then we will see how to use this to actually live stream through that software. So starting from August 1st, you will not be able to use the default encoder which is provided as part of Hangouts on air, and hence we have to go through this painful process. While it is being downloaded, let us actually review other important settings. So as of now, the event is scheduled to be public, which means once the streaming is started, it will go to everyone. If you don't want to go to public until you validated it, you can actually change it to unlisted or private, and then you should be able to validate by yourself without publishing it to the public. So let me save changes so that it will not accidentally go to the public when the live stream starts. So this is one thing which you need to keep in mind. Also, when it comes to Wirecast, it is not a cheap software. It is pretty expensive. I think the product is somewhere around $249. You can see here. As of now, there is a discount for $179, but the retail price is $249. So it is a bit expensive software. And also, if you need additional support, you have to buy support for $49. I think this is one-time fee. I don't know complete details about the pricing. I have just started using it. I haven't explored the pricing around it completely, but I'm assuming that it is not yearly. It is one-time fee. Let me see if there is any subscription here. Yeah, there is an additional subscription for the support. I think this is only one-time fee. If you know for sure that it is not one-time fee, please provide the comment as part of the video once it is uploaded to YouTube. But for now, my understanding is it is one-time fee. Now the download is done. I can expand this and then I can double click on this. Agree. Now I'm installing this software on my Mac. Now the installation is complete. We have to drag and drop into this. Once it is dropped into this completely, we should be able to double click on this to launch the Wirecast. So it will just take a moment to actually copy this Wirecast software into the applications. Once it is done, we should be able to double click on this to actually launch it, and then we have to authenticate with our YouTube channel, and then we have to take it further. Now as the installation is done, you can double click on this Wirecast. You have to click on open here. You have to click on OK to access the camera, also to access the microphone. Once you click on OK on those two things, then you should be able to select send to send the diagnostic information so that they can actually troubleshoot the issues and they can help you to support in future releases. Now you can actually click on this start a free 30-day trial to actually start the 30-day trial. Now you have to enter the information. You have to enter first name, last name, and then confirmation email and all those things. So I have filled the form and clicked on complete. You have to confirm by going to the email address which is shared there. So let me go there and click on confirm. So now the email is confirmed. We can go back to here. You can see that it is saying thank you for registering. Now you can click on continue. And then you can enter the password to complete the setup process. As this is done, you can actually click on continue. And then it actually took you to the Wirecast application. So here you have to create a new document. So it is called as Wirecast document. You can actually try to save with a name. So let's say I want to stream to YouTube. So I can say YouTube streaming here, and then I should be able to save. So it will be saved into the documents directory in this Mac. Now you can see that there are layers here. So you can actually click on this plus to screencast. You can use this screen capture, and then you can say screen capture, and then you can add. So it is saying Telestream audio capture driver not installed. So it will take care of installing that audio driver now. So let us complete the installation process here. So here I have to go to this open security preferences, and I have to say allow, close it. Now the installation being done. Now the installation is done, we can actually click on close. On top of the screen, we also need to add another layer to actually capture the audio. You can click on this plus and you can actually say audio capture. You can choose built-in microphone audio here and then say add. So we have the screen capture as well as audio added to the Wirecast document. However, they are not still configured to be live. To make them live, you have to choose each and every layer and you have to click on this icon. Once you click on this icon, you will see the live preview of whatever you are doing here. So let me click on this for the first layer. For the first layer. So my sound is echoing for the first layer. So I have disabled audio for now because it is echoing for me. But typically you have to choose the appropriate audio, which is nothing but built-in microphone audio. Because I'm using Camtasia to record this, it is getting confused. But once you configure the audio, even that one you have to select like this and you have to add it. Once you add both of them to be captured, then you can actually click on the stream to YouTube and record to record. However, to complete the streaming process, you have to take care of certain prerequisites. Then only you will be able to stream. So the way you have to stream is by going to output and you can select the output settings. Here you can specify the destination. We are trying to stream to YouTube. You can actually stream to other destinations also. And then you have to click on OK. Then you have to authenticate with YouTube. So here you can click on authenticate and you can go to the email ID which owns the YouTube channel. So in this case, it is nothing but dgazraj@itversity.com. And then I can click on this appropriate channel. You have to make sure that you have chosen the correct channel where the live streaming is enabled. If the live streaming is not enabled for that channel, then you will not be able to live stream. Then you can click on allow, and now it is authenticated. You can see here. So if the live streaming is not enabled for you, then it will not be authenticated. You have to go ahead and enable live streaming on your YouTube channel. The way you can do it is by going to youtube.com. We will actually go to Creator Studio and then Creator Studio Classic, because not all the features are transitioned properly into Studio as it is still in beta. So now to actually enable live streaming, if it is not enabled, you have to expand the channel part in this. Then you need to ensure that the live streaming is enabled. If it is not enabled, you will see the option to enable here. Once it is enabled, then only your Wirecast will be able to stream through YouTube. So here I am actually trying to stream for a pre-scheduled event. The whole purpose of this video is to actually stream using scheduled events. It automatically picked up this demonstration live streaming using YouTube on Mac. I think it picked up the name as it is the first time we are trying to do. However, as it is a scheduled event, we have to change the event type to upcoming. And if you go to the upcoming, it will automatically pick up the next possible event here. Again, this is actually using picked because of the first time. However, I want to use this one, which is nothing but demonstrated scheduled live stream. And you can see the time. It is scheduled for 10:05, and we are picking that here, and then we can click on OK. Now you can click on this to actually stream to YouTube. Now you can actually go here. Still it will not be streamed. The streaming is not started yet. You have to go to the event page which we have created. You can see here demonstrating scheduled live stream at 10:05. Now you can go to the live control room, and it will actually tell to preview. So you can actually enable this sync to preview player. It seems to be not working at this time, but it's okay. We can click on preview, and then we can click on OK, and you should be able to see the preview here. So it is saying an error occurred, please try again later. So streaming is not working here. Let me try from here. It is not working yet. So let me refresh this. And let me click on play here and see this time if it actually pick up. Now it is working. There is a lag because of my internet speed. If the internet speed is good, you will not be seeing that lag. But now you can see that it is working. Whatever I have done in the past is now being streamed here. And it is still in the preview mode. The streaming is not started yet. So you have to make yourself ready. Once you decide that you are ready, then you can click on the start streaming. And that is what will be streamed from that point in time. Whatever is done before that will not be streamed. All these things are recorded, and just now the streaming is started. If you want to stop streaming, you can click on this. You can preview your streaming by clicking on this. This is the public view. Okay, so it is just started since the point when I clicked on start streaming. Until then, streaming is not done. If you are on this live control room, if the viewers is trying to reach out to you through the chat, you will be able to see those details from here, and you should be able to communicate to them. So this is how you should be able to start the live stream using Wirecast. It will take a bit of practice, especially if you are so comfortable using Hangouts. But it's worth spending that time and use it rather than giving up. It was painful. It took almost 4 hours for me to figure out all these things and set up, because the documentation is a bit clumsy, and also I'm in a rush, and I thought it will be simpler transition from the Hangouts on A to this, but it is not. Also, there is investment involved. You have to subscribe for Wirecast after the trial period, and then only you will be able to use Wirecast. There are other options also, but it might not be as straightforward as Wirecast. Now, if I want to stop streaming, I can stop streaming here. Once you stop streaming on YouTube live control room, you have to click on this to stop streaming from here also. If you do not do that, it might not stream to YouTube, but the Wirecast might be streaming or trying to stream somewhere. So immediately come here and stop it, so that you actually stop streaming from Wirecast as well. Once that is done, you can actually go back to the YouTube studio and then videos, and you should be able to preview the video. You can go to videos. You can go to live. And you can see the video that is being streamed here. And you can click on this icon to actually watch the preview of that video. So this is how you should be able to validate whether the streaming is done properly or not. So first you have to launch the Wirecast, and then you have to go to output settings. Make sure you are authenticated with YouTube. Choose upcoming as part of the event type. Then choose the event which you want to stream. Then click on OK. And then click on this. Then Wirecast will start streaming. Then go to the YouTube live control room for the video which you want to stream. And then click on preview and then start streaming. Then the video will start streaming in YouTube. Once the streaming is done, stop streaming on YouTube. Come to the Wirecast and click on this to stop streaming from the Wirecast also. If you want to preview, you can go to the YouTube Studio videos, and then you should be able to preview from there. So this is the complete life cycle which you need to follow once Wirecast is set up for the first time. But for the first time, you have to download, install, and then authenticate, make sure live streaming is enabled, and then you have to take it further. So make sure you practice several times before you get comfortable and you go live for your first event, so that you will not be getting into any embarrassing situations.